Diane Joe reporting for us there. Turning now to our forecast. Live pictures right now from Carowinds. Let's bring in Brittany right now. We'll look at your forecast. And you can tell a little bit from that picture, but even more so in some others, that there is a fog issue out there for some folks.
Yeah, Carowinds is surely not one of those places, Ben. You could see it looked pretty clear out there. In fact, that, of course, closer to the North Carolina, South Carolina border right here, where you can see our official dense fog advisory is actually in effect for most areas north of the Charlotte area, especially where we saw some really heavy rain last night. Clear skies, light wind, and a wet ground are pretty much the three ingredients that you need for fog to develop. We have all of them this morning. In fact, we're picking up on about a quarter-mile of visibility there toward Concord. The same for Statesville, Hickory, all the way toward Morganton. You can see virtually none being recorded there at our site there in Jefferson and Ashe County. Some fog starting to creep into parts of Mecklenburg County, and even Anson has been pretty consistent over the past hour with some dense fog in spots. You can see that fog here from our Kannapolis cam there toward the Atrium Health Ballpark. Look at Dallas. I mean, this is a really good representation. Really high up in the atmosphere, you can see only a few clouds, but see these low clouds lingering closer to the ground? That's the fog. And then in other places like Monroe, doesn't look too bad out there. So not everyone is dealing with it this morning, but a general idea that if you are heading out early, maybe you're heading to church or going to South Carolina to enjoy that tax-free weekend, anything like that, you just need to give yourself a little extra time. Now, what we don't have to worry about, of course, is any rain this morning, but the storms that developed this afternoon will be pretty similar to yesterday in terms of impact. Although I'm not expecting them to be quite as widespread, there is still a threat for localized flooding, especially toward the mountains and foothills, and there will be frequent lightning and even some gusty wind in some of those storms. Now, severe storm criteria requires golf ball sized hail of about an inch. I don't expect that today, but we did have some reports yesterday of some pea-sized hail, especially for areas north of Mecklenburg County. Now today, again, just like yesterday, it's going to be largely driven by the sea breeze coming in from the coast. We'll see storms first down toward Columbia, and then eventually those will shift further north there into the areas of the Piedmont. Now this again will be mainly in the afternoon and evening, but we could see a few pop up, especially for the mountains and foothills, actually as early as later on this morning. Again, not quite as widespread as yesterday, but we are going to see those impactful storms where they do pick up. Tomorrow, rain chances won't be quite as high. In fact, I actually expect lower chances across the Piedmont, pretty scattered there once again up toward the mountains and foothills. And you can kind of see that sticking around for much of that Monday afternoon and into the evening forecast. Now, the next few days, we're going to have more of the same, right? I just showed you that futurecast for both today and tomorrow. And notice it's still going to be quite sticky out there. So as our high temperatures reach the mid-90s, feels like temperatures near 100. But look what happens as we hit the second half of the week and into the weekend. Dew points, so humidity levels are going to plummet. In fact, some of you could even see dew points in the upper 50s, more indicative of early fall or late spring. And that's actually going to come with a cold front that's going to bring a pretty notable chance of rain on Thursday. Thursday will be our first day in the mid to upper 80s just because of more clouds and more rain. Look what happens behind that storm system. We actually see cooler and drier air move in. Now, cooler is relative when you're in August, one of the hottest times of the year. But hey, highs in the mid 80s this time next week. We could be seeing mid 80s, mostly sunny conditions and little to no rain.
All right, we like it. Pretty thanks.